Hello, listener. Would you consider yourself a moist family of dwarves? Do you constantly struggle with the torture of dry boogers, rabid squirrels, and booby trees? I know I do. It's a real struggle, day in, day out, sunrise to sunset. Guys, but you know who can really help you with this problem? NotAudible.com. I'll tell you that right now. They cannot assist you in your hour of need right now. But, and I mean that with a double T, He Shirt, She Shirt can. HeShirtSheShirt.com. Head on over there. Beautiful, beautiful husband and wife Etsy shop that makes incredibly comfortable shirts, including the one for our podcast. You should click a link down below or head on over there and use code JSGcast for 10% off of your order. And they can do custom shirts and all sorts of things for you. And that just makes you want to go, oh yeah. And you know, I don't know what else you can say about HeShirtSheShirt.com. Head on over there and let's jump into this episode of Just Some Guardians. Yeah, we did it.
I was trying my best to hold that in. I'm sorry.
All right.
Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 107 of Just Some Guardians. We're here. We're live Friday night, twitch.tv/JustSomeGuardians. Russell sadly couldn't join us. He apparently had a rough week, /is week. Am I right? And so, you know, it's just me here from the old crew. But I mean, I'm the one you wanted to hear anyway, right? That's me lying to myself in my own moment here. Hold on. Bear with it. Ride along. Cherish this moment. Just live this with me. Cool. Anyway, joining me tonight, folks, finally, she's on the show. Finally, she's joining us. We've been attempting this for a couple months. It's been a back and forth thing. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's just glad to be here.
Hurrah.
Whoa! That's
So
the sound of the crowd going wild. Yeah.
Wow.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm tired and happy and just having a grand old time.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's yeah, I'm pretty much the same book. We got home a little late from dinner and stuff, and the kids went to bed late, and they are not good at going to sleep quickly.
Me too.
Yeah.
I agree.
And their beds are very comfortable. So the desire to fall asleep while putting them to bed and they're not falling asleep is strong. So yeah, usually I take a short little nap before the podcast on accident.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And is that what happened this time?
That's definitely what happened this time.
Oh, good. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always good when you wake up and you're like, oh, man, I suddenly feel refreshed for absolutely no reason. I just blinked. You look at the clock and go, oh, no. I got somewhere to be.
I gotta run.
It's time. Well, just glad to be here.
Yeah.
Aura, Squirrel, Morgan. There's just so many names to choose
All
from
of them.
here. It's great.
Bitch. I answered about anything.
I shan't believe you called me a bitch. No. So, like, I mean, tell everyone about yourself. Like, let's start. I don't want to leave it super open-ended like that. That's a terrible interview question. Just like, hey, tell us about who you are in existence. Like, that's rough.
What do you mean?
I've been on the other side of that question so many times, and that is panicking. I was born in the summer of, yeah. Well, how did you originally get into gaming? And let's work our way forward from there.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. I started because my brother was doing it. And it was like back in... Live 19. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know. I wasn't even born way back then. I was born in 1999. But when? I think about like 2012. Around that time, I started gaming because I started stealing my brother's Xbox and everything, and he'd try to figure out where it's at, and I'd hide it because I wanted to game. And
was
then
this
I would
2012? Yeah. Is that the 360, right? Or is that the original Xbox? Yeah, 360.
360.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother had the original one. I started stealing that from him. Then he got the 360, stole that from him. I kept telling him my mom kept taking it. So he'd get upset with my mom. And my mom had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And I would just hide it. And then at one point he figured it out. And, but I'd still steal it from him once in a while. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like somebody must have taken it. No, I really
Misters
have
of the
no
Universe.
idea.
Shatter his window just to
Yeah.
make the story believable. I can't believe it.
Exactly. And then finally afterwards, my brother started, he went from Xbox 360 to Xbox One. I think that was the next one.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then going backwards, I took it. He gave me his old one and I wasn't able to play online with anybody. So I'd had to play with bots. So that's when I started learning how to play it. Finally, for a birthday, my parents were able to give me Xbox Live. So I was able to start playing with different people here and there. And was exposed to that side of the world, how people speak.
That's an eye-opening experience. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents had no idea. My brother told me, and he was like, Morgan. I was like, yeah. He goes, if you hear anybody say anything, don't tell mom.
Yes.
And I was like, why? And he goes, just don't. You're going to ruin it for the both of us. And I was like, okay. And I heard it, understood it immediately. I was like, okay, nope. I won't tell her, and this is fun. I enjoy it, but she's not gonna like it.
Yeah,
So,
I had that same chat with my sister when she first got in the game. I'm like, you're gonna hear some words, right? And if you don't know what it means, never repeat it again.
Yep, exactly.
It's just the safest way.
Yeah, it's because you don't want to ruin it for anybody. And I was the youngest, and I always wanted to hang out with them, and I'd like to bug my brother. So I was like, okay, what's the best way to annoy him? And that was the best way. So I'd start gaming with him and his friends, and it was the best time. So.
What were you playing back then? Like what was the
Call of
original
Duty.
game? Okay.
Yeah, it was Call of Duty through and through. It was the only one I played. And the other game I'd play besides that, that wasn't a first shooter, was Animal Crossing. So I played it from the very first Nintendo that was out. Besides not Animal Crossing, because Animal Crossing came out a little bit later. But I played like, oh shoot, what is it? Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it. It's the one with the dragon.
It's that game with a dragon in it. Yeah.
It's a purple dragon. It's
like Spyro.
Spyro. Yeah.
Yeah, Spyro.
I used to play that all the time. And then Animal Crossing came out, and that's how I met my best friend, who she and I just started playing Animal Crossing all day, every day. Get the new ones that would come through, make money off of the old ones. It was just the same thing back and forth. It was just how we did it. It was so much fun. And those were the only two games that I'd play, because in my head, I thought those were the only two games that were out there. Because I never knew that there was any other ones until literally in college a couple of years ago. I went, there's other games? I was so confused. I was literally there was Mario Kart and stuff like that, but it was just those specific ones. I didn't realize there was this whole world of different things. And then that's when I really started gaming, and I was like, all right, this is a game changer.
This is a literally, yeah.
Yeah.
That happens so often when I grew up with a Sega Genesis, and I thought that was the only thing in existence for a long time, until I went to a friend's house who had a Nintendo 64, which like you had the 3D graphics and the third person view and everything. And I was like, what is this sorcery? Like, I shan't believe it, But yeah, and that happens all the time. I have friends that like, they grew up and their parents like chose what movies they watched. And so they had no idea that
Yeah.
the whole fucking library out there exists. And yeah.
Yeah, that's how my parents were. My mom didn't like games. She was I grew up in a military family.
Yeah.
And she was these are the movies you'd watch. Every Sunday we were cleaning. We had to learn how to like military clean, basically. It was a whole thing.
Oh, fun.
We had a few games here and there that we were able to play. And which was Call of Duty and all that stuff. And my brother and my mom still does not know this to this day. So if Mom, you're watching, I'm so sorry. But
hi, Mom.
She had no idea that she still doesn't know what Call of Duty is. So when we had our stepbrother Joe now, and we had to explain to him, don't tell her what Call of Duty is. This is what she knows. And I don't even remember the story we went with, but it was like a nice, sweet, fun game. And that's all it was. And she still thinks it to this day, because we love our mom, but she's so fragile that if we say something to her, she's going to be like, oh my God, my heart.
Doesn't she watch your streams though?
She'll hop in once in a while, but literally at the specific like for just a few seconds and for specific parts.
Okay.
And there was the parts where we're like, okay, on me, they're on our right. They're on our right. And she doesn't think we talk to anybody else. And that's it. She's like, these are my friends that I went to college with, all this stuff. Because the only person, so when I met Jesse and Sorrel was through my best friend, Travis. He and I went to college together. I've known him for about 5 years. And that's how I met them. And so when I went to Montana, she goes, how do you know these people? And I'm like, okay. How do I tell her that they're not serial killers without telling her that they're not serial killers?
Because honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, so she, like, at one point, she was like, so she saw my TikTok because my stepsister showed her. She goes, look at this cute video Morgan made when she went off into Montana. And sorry, squirrel moment's happening. So there's like 15,000 stories happening at the moment. So back me up.
All good. YouTube. We're jumping around.
Literally. But so when she saw that, I got panicked. I was like, oh no. Because she called me because it was like, meeting my gaming friends for the first time in real life, because it's you want that kind of content out there. You're not going to say, meeting to get friends that I've gamed with online, but meeting my friend that I've known for 5.5 years in college. That's not how you say it. You
P.S. Hi, Mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. And so I had to explain to her, I was like, no. So I've met Travis through college, and then Sorrel came and visited. Sorrel did not come and visit because I had to tell her in a certain way, because parents nowadays don't understand that stuff. No. And it's like, because when you grow up with technology, you've got to like, you can tell if somebody's like, I don't want to meet you in real life. Like, you're scary.
No,
and if I meet you, I want to meet you with somebody that I know that's coming with me. So that's why I only went, is because one, it's Sorrel, and Sorrel, I know you're watching and I love you to death, but she wouldn't hurt a fly. Like, she's just a cute person. And then it's like, then I have Travis there, there's Jesse too. And Jesse's massive. He's like a tall ass guy. And meeting them for the first time, I'm like, I feel comfortable. I feel safe because these are some people that I've known. Travis has met Jesse before. It's a whole thing. So it was so much fun being able to meet them. And I don't know why I went off on this tangent.
No, that's a great and that's an interesting thing. We've talked about that a few times on this podcast too, that like being able to go meet people that you met online, like, you know, that wedding I recently went to for my friend Nick. Me and him had met through a raid team in World of Warcraft randomly, and just were inseparable. And same thing when I flew out to go meet him for the first time, my mom was like, what's going on? Where are you going? Like, she talked to him before too, you know? She's like, you're going to just remember, I love you if something happens, you know? And it's like, no, everything's fine. It's going to be great. But yeah, meeting people you play with online for the first time, or I guess anytime really, but yeah, oh my God, that's so exciting.
It's so much fun. I had a lot of fun meeting them. I was a little bit nervous because it was just meeting them for the first time through an online deal that way. It was so much fun. Being able to just go, I get to meet you guys. This is exciting. I get to make video out of it. It's content.
Did you ever, so the first time I hung out with Nick, right? Like probably 50, 60, 70 times, he'd be talking and I would just look at him weird. And he'd be like, what? I'm like, your voice is coming out of your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you literally. Yeah.
I'm like,
literally, it's just like seeing them for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, so Sorrel, she sounds like she's 12 over the headset, right? You can hear her how she speaks. Not at all when you meet her in real life. You're like, you okay? You sound about your age. Yeah. And then seeing Jesse and how he described himself was just exactly how it was, but it was still really weird. I'm like, this is strange. I feel like I should have a headset over my ears. Like, I'm sitting here going, can I hear you guys right? Can I turn up the volume?
Is this working? Am I muted? Yeah.
Exactly how it is.
Holy crap. That's so awesome. Yeah. It's such a weird feeling. It would be weird to I don't know if you felt the same way, but like looking them in the face while talking. So like if we were watching a movie and he was talking, it was like, all right, no worries. Cause you're doing something else and you hear the voice cause that's what you're used to. Yeah. It's just a disembodied voice in your head.
Yeah. You can't stare at them. Right. So that's why I know if like when they come in October and we all sit down and have a drink together, I know we're all going to be like looking at the table, talking to each other. Like,
look at the ceiling.
Weird.
How are you guys? How's your flight? Was it good?
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
I love it. Literally how it is.
All right, next question here coming through. Okay, so you got into gaming, Xbox 360. Actually, real quick, which Call of Duty was it? Do you remember specifically?
It was it was the ones that the graphic was, I think it was either 1 or 2 games before the graphics got way better.
Good
Does that makes
good
sense?
description. Yeah.
It makes sense in my head.
Okay. All right.
No, so
I was really afraid you were going to say it's that really old one because that would podcast over.
No, it was like, oh my God, what was it?
Was it like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops?
I think it was Modern Warfare 2. Ryan.
Okay. Oh God.
Was it Modern Warfare 2 that I started gaming? Yeah. Okay, it was Modern Warfare 2. He was walking by, so that's why I called him.
Oh, Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, I remember playing it because I was like, what is this? I was so excited. I started learning all the different kind of guns here and there. Like no, actually I take that back. That's a lie. I didn't really know the guns. I just went, ooh, this one shoots nice. I like this one. It's a shooty shoot gun. Like literally
the guy
came
died.
through my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like remembered what they looked like. But for some reason, this is where short-term memory loss and like being a squirrel comes into play. Where it's like, I couldn't remember the name of the gun, but I can remember what it looked like. So I could describe it. So whenever I'm like gaming with my brother or somebody like that, I'm like, oh, I play with this gun. It looks like this. And they're like, what? And they're like, is it the AK-47? Is it the XM4? What is it? And I'm like,
well, it looks like, yeah.
It's a shooty shoot gun. It's like I press the button and it just shoots. And they're like, okay. Like they had no idea what to say. And so like I had to start like literally this year, and I feel so weird by saying that this year, and I don't want to believe it, I learned the names of the guns that I like to play with. And that's what I'm trying to teach myself in Apex. I'm like, instead of knowing what it looks like, I'm trying to teach myself like the name of it. So saying, oh, I need the carbine. Oh, I like playing with the Havoc, something like that. So I'm like forcing myself to say it. So whenever I'm asking you guys, hey, if you see, and then I pause for a second, it's because my mind's like, oh, describe it to them. And I'm like, no.
I got to tell them that was, it's the green one.
Yeah, it's one that looks like this. It's this one. It's a pretty one. Literally.
No, it's funny. I'm the same way in MMOs because there's all those, abilities all over your screen or whatnot. And I know what each of them do, but I can never remember what they're all called. So someone will sit down and be like, all right, this time you want to use blah, 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 and they'll list off all these names. I'm like, well, what does the icon look like? What's the picture for the thing you like? Because I'll explain. I'll be like, yes, you do the one with the guy with the sword over his head and the one of the guy spinning in a circle and the ballet dancer in that order.
Yep. And you're just sitting here like, the what?
If
you described it, see, the thing is that if you describe it to somebody that way, if it was towards me, I'd be like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because that's how I think. Because I grew up in a way where I learned differently from other people, and I was in a sense, as my mom said it, but I don't think so, because I'm like, I think she was just trying to be my mom. But she's like, you're smarter than everybody else because you think of a different way. You're a genius. I'm like, no, I think of like the easier way. That's literally what my mind is I think of stuff the easier way. Yeah. But nowadays she's like, so I know how to code. I know how to build websites. I know how to do different things. Some stuff with my stream I've coded with because that's what I've learned with Wix and working with them. And she's like, see, you could do all these different things. I'm like, then how can I not remember the name of a gun? Like, I just remember describe it that way. It's so weird to me. I don't understand it.
The shooty shoots. I love that so much.
I literally would say that all the time. So whenever my brother and I are gaming, you'll hear him go, oh, it's a shooty shoots gun, guys. Yeah. It's a shooty shoots. He'll always call it out because I used to call it all the time.
No, when
he always calls me out.
When we play Red Dead with my wife, it's everyone starts calling it that now too. So there's repeaters. You got your sniper rifles and revolvers and all this other stuff, right? And so, but she'll just call them like, do I use my people gun or my animal gun for this?
Literally, yep. Exactly how it is.
That's all of us do that now. But don't forget your people guns.
Yeah. Don't forget. All the time. Yeah, it's just different names for different guns if I just can't think of the name of it. Because some of the guns, like names that they have are just, in my opinion, just really weird. And I know that it's been there for a while. I don't even know one. Let me think. I'm not even going to remember the name. I'll know what it looks like.
Are we talking about Apex or Call of Duty?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Solid choice.
Yep. Okay, I guess Apex, like the carbine. It's like, what made you think of that name? Why wouldn't you think of it as...
Well, because it's a carbine.
But...
That's the actual specification of the rifle.
Hang on. You just blew my mind. Hang on, give me a second. All right, I retract every statement I just said. Now that makes so much more sense.
We'll just restart the podcast. Don't worry.
Yeah,
hello,
fine, guys,
everybody.
ignore
Welcome
that.
to episode 107.
I like how I looked over and Michael's last comment at the moment was definitely special. It's like, thank you. Thank you very much.
All clear night. That moment, mind blown, was quite cute. Aww.
Thank you. I try my best.
Well, let's fast forward away from what that was. So,
oh my God.
When do you, because that's a pretty short line there. When do you find out, like, did you get into streaming first or content creation in general? Let's start there.
I guess we could start. I don't know. Jesse, I think, would know the answer to this a little bit better just because I don't remember things, which is just because short-term memory loss, born with it. Woo.
Yeah. Yahoo!
I think I started because I did it last year. It was in like November, December time. And at first I started off with TikTok, I think, because I did singing clips because I love singing. I did all these different things. I thought, yeah, maybe I'll just start a singing area, but I was just a little bit too self-conscious about it. So every time I'd post something and 2 or 3 people liked it, I delete it right away because I get nervous. I'm like, I don't want people to see that. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm
going to get fame. Oh, no, people saw it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no. And then I started looking at different things. Who did I see first? I think it was my friend. No, it was actually, oh my God, what was her name? I don't think she streams anymore. And I can't remember her name to save my life. I know it started with an S, but she was the first person on TikTok that I saw stream. Or like gaming clips, different things like that. And I went, wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So I like clicked on it and I started looking through it. And I actually don't think she streams anymore because it was last year and COVID, all that stuff. Sometimes you need to quit things, all that stuff because it ruined everything. And I remember kind of going, oh, this will be fun. And then I kind of left it in the back of my head, didn't think about it. And then it was in October where they had, I don't know if you were gaming at that time with COD, but it was a Halloween special that they had with the zombies in Warzone where you die and you come back as a zombie. And it was Travis who said, we should start streaming. Or he was like, you should start streaming because I feel like this would be a lot of fun for all of us to do that. And I was like, yeah. Like I just saw somebody on there that does it. Jesse was in there and we were all talking about it. And I said, okay, this will be fun. Like, let's try this out. So I started streaming and then Michael came in and then Jules came in and a couple other people that were the first like people to be in. And that's just kind of how it came out to be. And I just started posting different things. And my first one got around like 60 views with 60 likes or something like that. And it was like, okay, I'm popular. I'm down.
This is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of.
I'm quitting my job.
Excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm a streamer now, guys. Not a big deal or anything.
I mean, to brag, I got $10 off my internet. Big deal.
Oh my God. That was so exciting. I literally was talking to him. I said, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a video game streamer and I'm trying to get Wi-Fi into my place. I kind of explained to them the life story real quick. I said, I've never set up Wi-Fi before. I need your guys' help. And they're like, you're a Twitch streamer. I said, yeah. They literally pulled it up on their computer. And I was like, what? I was like really confused. I was like, can we not do that right now? And they're like, you know what? Since you're a streamer and you're like wanting to come with Xfinity, and this guy, I'm not gonna lie, was really attractive. I was like, hi. I was like, how you doing?
Yeah.
I was like, and he was like, oh, we'll give you like the first for 12 months, we'll give you $10 off. And I was like, okay. I called my brother and I said, you're welcome. And he goes, what? I was like, I'm a video game streamer. I'm popular now. I just got $10 off for a year for our internet. And he goes, okay. And I was like, okay, good talk. And I hung up the phone. I was like, whatever.
And that's gratitude for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Literally. It was the best.
What is he bringing to the table, huh? Nothing.
Exactly. Well, alcohol.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
He gets it for free. Coors.
Yeah. Yeah, yours doesn't seem as cool anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Well, what was the moment? Because you just started streaming, like you said, just, because everyone's like, hey, this would be a really cool, fun thing. Like, what was the moment where you were like, oh, I like really enjoy doing this?
Yeah. I think it was the moment that I really, because I love making like clips and stuff like that. I've always been able to make videos whenever I traveled was my huge thing. So when I started making the clips here and there, the first game I streamed was with Jeff. And we were gaming all that stuff and I started making clips and stuff. And then I posted it and people were like, nice shot in like the different chats, things like that. And I went, ooh, I was like, this is exactly, I like this. I like that. I was like, it was a good shot. It was clean. And it's because I would make different jokes here and there. Because when I started streaming, I told everybody, I said, I don't want it to be because I want a dub each time. I want it because I want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And as soon as people would like do the laughing emojis in there or different things like that, or Jesse's, I go bang, bang with the wall, that situation. Like whenever we want Jesse's like hyperness, we'd always ask that question to him, be like, do it, let's do it.
Go,
it's because we want to have fun. Yeah. And it's like, let's just have fun. And after the first few games and the first different TikToks I made, I went, this is for me. And I said, this is the kind of like content. This is the kind of situation I've wanted to be in. I couldn't figure that out. And until I started streaming and I went, yep, this is it. And then and then afterwards it was officially it hit. And I remember this was during one of your tournaments. That was weird how I said that.
I like that. Tournament.
My mom says it that way because she always says mature.
Yeah.
So she says tournaments or like something like that.
Marriage.
Yeah, it's marriage. Hey.
It's what brings us together today.
Together today.
Do you have the wings?
Which movie was that from? Was that like it was not Robin Hood. Wait, it was Robin. No.
What?
No. Hang on.
Whoa,
It was wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
This is embarrassing. I'm unfollowing your channel right now.
No, wait a minute. I know the name of it. I just can't think of it.
Folks, let's all just sit here in awkward silence together as she figures this out.
It was okay. Wasn't that? It was like one where it was in a castle. You know, it was like a castle deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fudd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sir.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember things.
It rhymes with the Drinces Collide.
Oh, Princess Bride. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. This is coming from the girl who thought that if you like pina coladas, I thought it was like if you like cheese enchiladas. So that's my whole thing. I can't remember
that makes way more sense than not remembering the Princess Bride.
But he was wearing tights. Robin Hood wears tights. You know, he wore tights for a majority of the time.
No,
I'm not wrong. I will pull this up.
I don't. There's just I don't think he wore tights. The six-fingered man, he wore tights, and the prince, I guess. She's ladies and gentlemen, she is actually trying to defend the fact that she forgot the Princess Bride after quoting it.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Uh-huh.
I was close. Okay.
So one of the goals of tonight was to try to get your name out there and maybe get people interested in checking out your stream. And I think we might have just ruined that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tried my best.
Bye-bye career. I'm going to go ahead and call Xfinity and send them this clip, and you're going to have to get them some back pay.
There's no excuse. I have no words.
It's all right. It's all right. Oh.
What was the question?
What was the moment that made you realize streaming was the thing for you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because we were talking about your tournament.
The tournament, yeah.
The tournament, yeah.
The
mileage. Not going back into that again.
Yeah. It's a terrifying place.
So it was, I don't know if you remember this, but it was you and Sumbode. And it was the first time. It was Clay, me, Jeff, and my brother. Mm-hmm. And it was that one where I went up top of Waffle House, came down, and it was the first time in your stream, as you said, or not your stream, your tournaments, that we got a dub in less than 30 minutes.
I remember that distinctly. It was the broken bus on top of the hill.
Yep.
Where there was enemies every direction, And I don't know why I remember this so vividly, but there was like, you guys were just bobbing and weaving and dropping up and down in a circle
Clay's
around
yelling
this
at me.
bus. Yeah, well, people are coming from every direction, and we're like, folks, this is the worst situation you could possibly be in at the end here. I don't know what's going to happen. Then all of a sudden, everything died and you guys won. We're like,
Yeah,
and freaked out.
It was so much fun. I remember that because then afterwards, I just sat there and I had after that happened, the people that were in your stream also came and checked out mine. And I had I think that was the first time I hit double digits. I think I had 10 people watching me and I went, this is fun.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so excited. I was like, because I want everybody to come in, and that's why I created my Discord and my community in general, because I wanted everybody to have a safe spot. Just because everything that was going on, I had a lot of friends that were having some issues. And during that time, that's why I created it, is because I wanted people to feel happy and laugh. And then everybody who came in from your area came in and were like laughing. They're like, this is so much fun. You're like, you're funny, all these things. I'm like, I know I'm funny.
Yeah. Shit.
Like, I'm
Say
funny
less.
looking.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's I really enjoyed it, and that's when I went, this is what I like. This is so much fun.
Yeah.
So
It's the exact same boat. The moment, because I've told this story a few times, I think, but I'd gotten started streaming. For anyone that's new to the podcast here, because you're going to bring a lot of people our way. You're a big deal, Xfinity, what's up? How you doing? Sponsor our podcast, but no, I'd started streaming because my friend wanted to see a game I was playing, and I had no idea that Twitch existed. And so I'd installed it thinking it was like a one-on-one, like he can watch my game, And so the first time a random person popped in and was like, "Oh, hey, cool. I like what you got going on. Like, what do you think of this, this, and this?" And we just like went back and forth for like half an hour about stuff in the game. They gave me some tips. I gave them some tips. And I was like, is this what? And that was when I finally was like, well, maybe I should actually go to the website, twitch.tv, and start looking around. I was like, oh shit, this is a thing. Like,
yeah.
I had never even gone to the website when I started streaming on Twitch. And I was like, yeah, like that's the moment. And then, as more people come in and start laughing at and you're right. If you're playing really well, chat's quiet because they're just watching. But if you can be an idiot,
you're intense.
yeah. If you can be an idiot and the gameplay is terrible, man, chat's just blowing off and you guys are talking back and forth and laughing and having a good time. That's where it's at. So really, I'm really good at games. I just purposely, pull it back for content.
That's what I was about to say. It's like, it's a nice mixture, but more of a bad gameplay for me. Once in a while, I get that good gameplay here and there, and that's it. That's it.
Did I sound believable?
But
okay, good.
I believed you.
Thanks.
Wait,
Thanks.
what was I believing? Wait, what?
Do you believe in miracles? Yes. Next question. Above your head. I know. We're going to get through this together as a team, okay? Okay, as a dream team. We're going to get through this. Above your head is your name. Just glad to be here.
Oh,
Where does that come from? Peanut butter baby has spoken. Yes.
Yes. So this is actually a fun story. A little bit of a weird, I guess it's not a weird one, I guess. But okay, anyway, we're continuing. Moving on.
Bring it on.
I was gaming with, it was the first time I started like getting my own what was it? Like live gameplay, different things like not Xbox Live. I think it was Xbox Live. No, I had my first PS4 because this was with COVID. So it was literally last year.
Okay.
So my parents, we were supposed to go, because I graduated college back in 2020. I was supposed to graduate it in May instead of December. Because then COVID hit, everything went down. My parents are going to celebrate by going to Arizona, taking me there, and looking at different places, having just a fun time for my last spring vacation. COVID hit. Parents decided, my mom felt really bad because she's like, we really wanted you to have a good last, like, hoorah before you went into the big world, whatever. And we couldn't do anything. So she was hearing me and my brother talking about Xbox and all that stuff. And I said, dang, I really wish I had the PS4 too, but I had to save up for it. But I had a lot of different things going on that I had to pay for. And my mom asked my brother, and this is where she's a sweetheart. She was asking my brother different things. She says, "Hey, Ryan, your sister really wants a PS4 and I want to give it to her. I'm not going to cry." Okay, continuing. So she gave me she got the PS4.
It's okay if you cry though.
Yeah, I probably will at one point, but
that's all right. Yeah.
And so she got the PS4. We got it, and I started pulling it up, and she's literally sitting there in the chair watching me set it up. And she has no idea what it is, but she's trying her best to understand of what different things are, but she's not really tech savvy in that area. Even though she got her degree in like computer science, she's not nowadays like, I'm retired. I have no idea what this stuff is.
Once I was out of there, I didn't care at all what was coming out.
Literally. And so she was just sitting there with me, and she says, "So we call you Squirrel." She's like, "Why don't you do Squirrely Temple?" Was my first name.
Was Squirrely Temple so much.
Yeah. But
oh no!
The sad, so she came up with it because I loved Shirley Temple. That was her and my favorite movie to watch together. Was Shirley Temple. And so she would pull it up. Yeah, it was so sweet. And this is where people ruin everything. We were playing, I think it was like a Search and Destroy or something, and somebody called it Squirt.
Oh, yep.
And being a girl, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I was like, seriously? So then, I take that back. It was Squirtle first, and then like Squirtle Dove, because my best friend used to call me that all the time. Yeah. And he would be like, Squirtle Dove, and that was the name of it. It was the whole thing. Then I changed it to, I'm sorry if you can hear my brother yelling. I think he just lost.
Can't hear a thing.
He was just screaming.
If you could reenact it for us right now, that'd be great.
He said some really bad things I don't think I can say.
All right, understood.
And then my mom came up with the Square Temple, whatever the name was. And I was like, okay, great. And then people still kept calling it that. And I was like, seriously? And then the last game we played before I went, I really need to change my name. I had no idea what I was doing. And I literally yelled as I turned around and shot a guy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just glad to be here, guys. And I just sat there in silence as this guy goes, did she seriously just say that? The enemy team, because they were in shock because I have no idea what I was doing. And everybody was laughing so hard on my team because I seriously had no idea what I was doing. I just turned around, no-scoped a guy. And I was like, woo! And so Just Glad to Be Here was born at that moment. I just sat there and went, guys, I got to hop off. I got to change my name real quick before I forget this. So I literally hopped off, changed it because I knew I was going to forget it the next day. And Just Glad to Be Here became a thing because that's my saying. It's just whenever I have no idea what I'm doing or I just want a game, I'm just glad to be here. I really don't know what I'm doing at the time.
There's like gamer tags will come up where you look at it and you read it and you go, why the fuck did I not think of that? Legit, like that is so good. Cause we all like everyone says it at some point. Listening to you, like you say it all the time, gaming. And it's just it's just you happen to be self-branding all the time. It's great. It's smart.
It works.
Yeah,
it works. Literally, when I created it, I went, "Oh my god!" I was like, "I'm smart." And then playing my games, I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm so smart."
I did the thing. Yeah.
Literally. It was, I was so excited when I created it because I was like, this is, when you create your gamer tag and like everybody does it. You're jumping around to different gamer tags. And when you find the one that sticks, you're like, yep. Like for a Twitch streamer, I mean. Yeah. Like, because if you're just gaming to game, my brother has been Firebird for the longest time, but he doesn't want to stream yet, but he's thinking about it. And I'm like, Firebird is a good name. Yeah. Because you have other people out there that have like really weird names. I saw this one person today. It was like women are devices. I'm like, you're stupid.
That's dumb.
I'm like, go home. Go call your mom. You're fine. And it's just a whole thing. And I'm like, there's really good names out there that people, I'm just like, use it. Like, it's a lot of fun. Like, you could create stuff with it, And as soon as I created Just Glad to Be Here, I went, this is my area. This is my home.
This is who I am. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, because,
thank you.
When we're, spoiler alert, we game a lot together. But, like, when you throw it out there, like, everyone just laughs and says it too. Yep, just glad to be here. Yeah. It's just, it's part of the thing.
Yeah, everybody's just glad to be here. It's so much fun.
I'm trying to find. I had maybe they got rid of it. Huh.
What'd you get rid of?
So I'm in this Discord where they had a channel for people posting like really hilarious gamer tags they've seen.
Uh-huh.
And I think they got rid of it. Well, actually, that makes me sad.
Oh.
I was going to go in there because
Yeah.
we were just talking about it and just say some like hilarious names we'd found.
Yeah. One of my other ones, actually, Sorrel says, I'm trash at this. It's so funny because she's like, yeah, you just died to somebody who's trash at this game. It's so much fun. Whenever she says that, I'm like, girl, if you start streaming, you're good. You're golden.
Oh, yeah, we're set. You're good. Oh, my God. That's so awesome. Well, you mentioned something earlier, actually, because I know we were unsure exactly like specific topics to get into. We're like, hey, we like to chat. Conversation's just going to happen. And you brought up something that I keep grabbing the screwdriver on my desk. Don't mind me.
I have a pen because I have to touch something.
Yep.
So
I'm
that's
in the
why
same
I have my
boat.
pen.
That's last week I had this knife in my hand like the whole time.
Oh, good.
And I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. I'll get a screwdriver instead.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you because I have scissors that I always normally play with because it's soft on the side. So I always play with it like that. I'm not flipping you off. I'm so sorry. I just realized that. Looks like I was.
I gotta
But
go.
it's like I'll sit there and I'm like, I love it.
No. So I'm going to start here and we're just going to work our way into. I feel like this is going to be just a fantastic
I have no idea
conversation.
what I said earlier. So this will be fun.
That's why I've worded it
It's new
this
to
way
me.
because I know you're panicking right now.
Yeah, I literally am. I'm like, what did I say?
No, so you got into streaming, you started meeting people, and people that have stuck around. That's something really difficult is to have people actually stick around from the beginning. And like you mentioned, Mike and all them, they're there day one and they're still hanging around and very active. But you had mentioned creating a Discord. So what made you go, hey, a Discord for my stream is something I should do?
Yeah, so I think it was right after, so I made a TikTok on this, and it was right after I got affiliate, because I had a couple people, because I had about 6 people watching at one point, and that's when normally, no, don't go off topic, I'll explain that a little bit later, but when I started
We should get into that
like,
now, because you're going to forget.
I probably will. Anyway, so I had somebody say to me, so normally when you start streaming, like you don't know what kind of community you want. You're like testing the waters. You kind of have a general area of what you want to do, but you're not sure what you want. And so I had a couple people who joined. I'm not going to say their names, but they were fun at the beginning. Like they were really nice, really sweet. They were helpful. Hang on, church memory loss just kicked in. Remind me what I was just talking about.
You were talking about how when you start streaming and people are showing up and you don't know what kind of community you want to create. We're leading up to making a Discord.
Yeah. So when you're streaming and all that stuff, sadly, some of the people that were sticking with me for a while, they couldn't, I didn't keep them around because I went, you're not what I want in my Discord. There was just a lot of different things. I'm like, no, I wouldn't want that kind of energy coming in. I felt bad, but I had to learn later. It's like, you've got to make those hard decisions. It's like, if you're in a business, you got to think of your community as a business in a sense of you got to make your employees feel comfortable and yourself feel comfortable first and foremost. And that's what I feel really near and dear to my heart. I have to make this hard decision. It was difficult. So I had to remove them. And half the time, 2 of them, I didn't even say anything because they weren't even listening. And I went, you've already had your warnings and I moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hi, David. And so I literally went, okay, I'm going to create this kind of Discord of, I want people to feel comfortable. Because I'm the type of person where, from what I've been told, is that people come to me for a lot of advice, even though sometimes I can't give it to them. I'm really good at like motivational talk. So I'm like, not to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
Toot toot. And so being able to create that I was sitting there like, I want to create a Discord, but I don't know what kind of Discord to create. And at first it was just the typical normal Discord. There wasn't a lot of fun to it. And then I went, yeah, I want something where people feel comfortable. They can self-promote. They can be themselves. And if they needed somebody to talk to, they can. I'm always there to like help out. I've had a couple people reach out to me. I'm like, hey, I'm here for you. But you also have to realize like yourself first before everybody else in that situation. And the best thing is that with my Discord, everybody knows that. They're like, I know I can talk to her, but I also know that she has her own time too. And that is the best Discord I've ever created. And we have about 50 members in there, which is, I just saw it today and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, no way. I was like 50 because I started off with like 16 and it was the last time I checked it. And I just looked at it today and I was like, wow, that's crazy. We have a lot of people in here. It's not as active here and there, but I try to be active and say, hey guys, what's going on? What's new?
Yeah.
And I've been trying to be a lot better at it. And people are like, oh, things have been great. And they want to talk about their story because I love listening to everybody's day, their life story, what they've been up to, something they're excited about. They have a promotion at work, just so we can celebrate them being them. Because sometimes people nowadays, which sad world we live in, nobody has that.
Yeah.
Nobody
no,
has
it's absolutely
that.
true.
Yeah. Nobody has the parents to be like, I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job. Nobody has the siblings, the grandparents, nobody, which is so sad. And I'm like, I want to be there for you. If I can be there for you, then I know I've done something right. And I know I made your day better. And it's like, it's not just for me, but it's also sitting there going, I know you feel so much better and you're happier to be here. You're just glad to be here.
You're just glad to be see. It's so good.
See, it's every time. It's everywhere it works.
But no, it's such a good, because you never know, like when you're streaming, everything's live. You go, you can't edit what you say. You never know what word comes out that's going to really affect someone a certain way, you know? And like, that's why I've gotten to a point I say, like, I'm proud of you to like so many people that pop up in chat. I'll get a little, little, fun flirty with everyone that pops in,
Oh, yeah.
because, well, I had like once I was just like, someone made a really great, hilarious comment. I was like, that was awesome. I'm like really proud of you. And I'm not going to disclose who it was. It was former President Barack Obama, but, he snuck into my DMs, and he's like, let me be clear. That really touched my heart. No, that's not what he said. But no, so this person DM'd me. I don't know why I did that bit. Anyway, but this person DM'd me and they're like, hey, like this might sound really dumb. I can't believe I'm messaging you this, but like, that's not something that I hear a lot. And like, that really meant a lot that you said that to me for something, something like that. But like, you just never know when something like that. So usually when people pop in the stream, I was just like, hey, what's going on, man? You look handsome today. Or like something that's not like creepy, super creepy, but like something like generically nice to say to someone. Cause you never know what people are going through or like how long it's been since they've had some sort of like, what is it? The people that are in the costumes at Disney are told, like if a kid's hugging you, don't let go first. Cause you never know how long they need a hug for.
Yeah.
You just don't know what people are going through.
Yeah, literally, that's exactly how it is whenever somebody comes in, whether they just followed me, whether they just popped in, they're like, hi. I'm like, hi, how are you? How's your day going? I want to know, literally, I'm being genuine. I want to know how your day is. Tell me how it is. I'm going to flip my headset up and talk to you for a second, even if I'm gaming, because I want to know.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's why I stream, because sometimes people don't have that. And it's comforting to me to know that somebody's getting that comfort that they need, Yeah,
and exactly.
Yeah, and that's why I created the Squirrely Squad, is because I wanted people to have an area where they felt comfortable to chat, felt comfortable. We just had a few people recently like, hey, I need somebody to talk to, and they DM'd me, and I was like, yeah, what's up? And they went through and explained what their situation was, and I tried to give them any advice that I could think of and say, hey, here for you, and I'll give them a motivational speech that I've heard of. Because I've been through a tough situation before, and I'm like, hey, this is how I got through it. And I'll tell them a little bit about my life, because I'm an open book on that stuff. You ask me a question, I'll tell you exactly how it is. And I want you to know so that you know that you're not alone. And that's why whenever somebody says, oh, why are you an open book? You just want to feel like you want a pity party or whatever. It's like, no, because some people feel like they're alone in a lot of different things. I know I definitely have. And I had a person explain to me a situation that I've been through and they've been through. And I went, I thought I was the only one.
Yeah. Oh,
and
absolutely.
And that's why I'm like, ask me a question. I'm here for you. I'll explain to you exactly what I went through in that situation, if I have or if I have not, and I'll tell you about it. So, yeah, exactly why I created Squirrely Squad.
Yeah, no, that's so many people just, I don't know why, like, they don't understand that, like, if someone's telling you something going on in their life and then you make it, you're not making it about you. You're, like you said, you're trying to show, hey, you're not alone. Other people have been through this, and other people have made it to the other side of this thing you're going through. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's like, you know how you can put like a little blurb under your name in Discord? Like it'll either show what game you're playing or, you can write like, what does this person have? Light ammo here. I think you're really strong. Gunbait 101 can peg me any day. It's like, people write stuff all over the place, right? But yeah, like on mine, I try to think of the most simple thing I could, and I just wrote, I am here.
Yeah.
And so like, I always make sure it's on my phone or on the computer. Like I always have that green dot that shows I am online, and it says next to that green dot, I am here. And that means so much to people. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, and that's why sometimes I can't, because of being at jobs, and like sometimes you have to turn it off, and people understand that. If you've been there for them, they're like, I get it. I get you have your own life too. You pop that right back on. I until you just said that, I didn't realize that was a thing. I was trying to figure out how people got that on there. So I'm gonna definitely take a look at that afterwards. So because I always say to people, I'm like, if you have like in my Squirrely Squad rules, I'm like, there is no room for bullying or being disrespectful for somebody. There's no reason, no room for it, no room for being racist or anything like that. It's like I have no room for it. I don't care what your opinions are. This is a safe spot. You don't get to say that. And I don't give people second chances, because in my life I've given a specific person multiple chances and they ruined it every time. So I went, my Discord is an area where I am not going to give you a second chance. If you first mess it up, bye-bye. You should have read the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not
like, that's
just
why they're there for a reason.
You know, and it's not like there's no shit talking or anything. Like,
yeah,
people don't understand when you say this is a safe space, they assume it means like everyone's just walking around going, well, greetings, Caroline. I hope you're having a wonderful time in life. God. Like you can still get away with saying shit, but people don't understand that some things are said and it's obvious what you're trying to get across with it. And that's the moment there's no second rule for it. Yeah. Or second chance for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why my community, being amazing as they are, and having my mods, Travis, Jesse, and Sorrel, and a few people who aren't mods, but they still help out, which is Jules and Mike, they'll sit there and be like, no, that's not okay. Like, we joke, but that's not how we joke. Yeah. Because you can tell when a person is joking and when they're not joking. And loving my community that I have, everybody knows that, and they'll be like, Squirrel's not going to like that, and we don't like that either. Because I want everybody to feel comfortable. I don't want them to think it's just because I don't like it. I want them to feel like, hey, I don't like that this person said it. Can you talk to them? I've had a couple people say that to me before, so instead of sending them off, I'll be like, great, I'll talk to them, and if they don't change, I'll send them off.
Yeah, it's that easy.
So it's a whole thing. Yeah.
So basically what we're trying to say is there's a lot of people online, and you're not special, so you can't hang around. You're out of here. No. I'm kidding. Yeah. No, but I get it. It's you've got to be able, it's like not taking care of kids. It's not the word I was looking for, but it's like it's like your own little world. It's like your own little like town. It's like you're the president and you're like, I'm going to tell you exactly how I want it to be. But at the same time, it's like, but I want you guys to feel comfortable too. Well, and that's the thing is if you build, if you, and this is something you've done very well, if you're just honest with who you are as a person and you're not faking it, like you are 100%, as far as I know, maybe I'll meet you and it's totally different. But as far as I can tell, you're just being yourself when you're streaming or in the Discord or whatever's going on, right? And I'm I'm terrified now.
Sorry about that.
Here we go.
I don't know what the heck that was. Oh, this kind of scared me a little bit when I did that.
Holy shit.
Now we have to go to the bathroom.
Are you serious? All right, go take care of it.
Fine, it's fine.
For any of you that are listening to this audio only, highly recommend going to our YouTube, going through the video and find that whole section that just happened. There's no timestamp, so find it yourself. But that was amazing. That's what we call in the biz a visual bit. Yes, thank you, Clear Night. How you feeling?
I'm great.
Okay.
I'm just like every time my mom laughs really hard, she has to go to the bathroom, and I got that from her. So every time I laugh, I'm like, oh my god.
Do you need? I'll pause.
Is it okay if I go to the bathroom?
Yeah. You can go to the bathroom.
Teacher.
Yeah.
It'll take 2 seconds.
Take the ruler with the key attached to it.
Okay, I'll be back.
She's probably too young to catch that one. It's all right. No big deal. Holy shit, that was funny. Oh, God. Well, while she's away, everyone in chat here, I just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm Trash at This, Mike Rob Gaming, Jules 9190, Keeper 633 coming in with the follows tonight for the street. here at twitch.tv/JustSomeGuardians. Listener, if you're out there, every Friday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern. So we're rocking and rolling on the show. You should come check this out, huh? You know you want to. I see it in your eyes. This is an audio version that you're probably listening to later, because if you were at the stream, I'm looking at your eyes right now. But audio listener, just close your eyes and imagine what you think I look like. That's what's happening. Hey, welcome back.
Hi.
How are you?
Dying, but we're great. I was running.
Don't die. Oh Lord.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Now wait.
Oh God. Falling
I had
apart.
something in my eye.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was running as fast as I could.
Are you better now?
Yeah.
We're gonna pull through.
Great.
We're gonna be fine.
Stop making me laugh. Dang it.
Okay. I will stop being entertaining. Starting now.
Never. No.
So I have noticed that on your stream, you are yourself. And that is something that brings my heart joy. I can't do that anymore. That hurts.
I can really tell it brings your heart joy.
That hurt a lot. Anyway, no, but yeah. Who knows in person? That whole thing again, whatever. But the point I was trying to make is if you're yourself online in your Discord and you make that community, like people who are like you and like people like you are going to show up for the stream, for Discord. It's classic, if you build it, they will come thing. Like, that's just the way it is. If you're yourself, people that are going to enjoy being around people like you are going to join it. And that's how you have a Discord full of people that get along and like the same things and can have really positive, uplifting conversations, or those kind of, really real conversations, or can just have some lighthearted shit talking,
Exactly. And that literally day-to-day basis with my family. Well, yeah, family and friends is shit talking. And that's what it's like. We like to, that's another thing with Grow Squad. It's like, even though it's a safe space, it's also have fun with it, laugh with each other, make jokes. We always talk about how Jesse's shit at the game, which he is.
Which he is.
But
Jesse, figure it out.
We have fun with it. It's so much fun. And that's just how it is. It's a great time to be able to do that. Now, there's some people, as both you and I have known, that don't know how to shit talk properly. Yes. And it causes some issues. And it's like, you've got to figure it out. And I know they're not here tonight. And it's just, they have issues.
Here we go.
He knows. They know. He knows. He knows why. But it's just like, sometimes some of the people, I've had friends, this specific person I can't game with anymore just because of how they shit talk. They think it's fine. Yeah. And it's like, it's not. The world, 2021, guys, there's some things you can say and you can't say. It's hard to keep up once in a while, yes. But you've got to learn, because it's like, you got to make everybody else feel comfortable. It's like, treat others how you want to be treated. Exactly how I was raised. So every time, it's like, but my parents also had said to me as well, if somebody disrespects you, doesn't matter if they're your family or anything, and they continuously disrespect you, don't disrespect them back, but just don't give them time of day. And I don't. There's some people in my life that I just don't chat with. And there's some people in games I don't like to game with, because it's like, you've disrespected me way too many times. You're a nice person in this kind of area, but other than that, I don't want to be disrespected that way. So you have a good day. I hope life treats you well. It's exactly how I say it.
Interesting. Yeah, I had a much different upbringing. My dad would sit me down, he'd be like, my son, if someone disrespects you, cement blocks on their feet, put them in the lake. So like, it's expensive. Can I tell you that? To be disrespected online, I have to hire people to go through IP addresses, find out where they live. I have to buy plane tickets. I got to find local source cement. I got to figure out a good lake nearby that I can get away with this shit. I'm flying all over the country. Oh, shit.
It literally just clicked in my head while you told that story.
I feel like I might have given too much information out, and this could possibly be used in the court of law. So if I will be editing.
Innocent till proven guilty.
I'll be editing. I'll be editing this portion of the podcast out for my future safety.
I
Anyway.
have short-term memory loss. I didn't hear a thing he said.
Yep.
What?
And neither did any of you, if you know what's good for you.
Everybody has short-term memory loss, dang it.
Right?
Yep.
Am I right?
Yes.
Holy shit.
I can't do that because I just sound like I'm dead.
What is she trying to do right? She a grandpa?
I sound like her every time I try to like speak in that kind of no mob boss. Yeah.
Let me hear your mob boss again. Let's hear it.
Wait. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, do your thing. It's not a very intimidating mob boss, I'll tell you that right now.
You come to my
all I hear is
I give
Grandpa Shark Toot Toot. Grandpa Shark.
I don't want to do this anymore, Grandpa. That's just too damn fast.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Can I tell you?
Oh, God.
We took my daughter to a dentist appointment, and that movie was playing on the TV. And it was like right before that moment happened, and I died laughing. Because it was right around that was a huge TikTok trend, was that quote.
Still
and
is.
like I had just listened to it, and we're sitting there, and I look, I'm like, oh, it's holes. And then in the back of my head from the TV, I hear I'm tired of this, Grandpa. And I spun around with him. Well, that's too damn bad. Everyone all stared at me. It was a good time. It was a good time.
And you're like, hello.
Yeah, sorry about that. None of you saw me. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man,
Exactly.
I've got cough drops in my pocket all the time. It's exhausting work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally get it. I forgot what I was about to say, but never mind.
It's all good. Was it another really good impression?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
what
know
other
it was something to do
impressions
with
can you do?
movies.
So far, you're
Wait.
knocking him out of the park.
Hold on. It was what show was that from? Big Mouth.
Oh yeah. Why won't you pants me? Yeah.
Andrew, why won't you pants me? That's all I can do.
That's pretty. That should be your mob boss voice.
My brother just walked by as soon as I said that.
No, but that
I
should
looked
be your
over,
mob
he
boss.
gave me a look of my boss voice.
No, the pants, the Andrew. That should be your mob voice.
To my family.
Yes.
Asking for my blessing.
That's so
what is
perfect.
this? I keep doing this.
Because it fits. Yeah. A teenage French Italian mob boss.
Oh, I can just hit the sloth. They do this every year. The last dandelion. What's another one that he does?
Holy shit, we're getting so. No, thanks. I choose life.
What's that? No thanks, I do life. Literally every time I play Call of Duty or Apex, if I see somebody shooting, we're yelling, on me. I'm like, no thanks, I do life. And I run away. Every
Oh my
time.
god.
Now you know what's going through my head. Oh, I just hit my tooth.
You gonna be okay?
Anyway.
Okay, good. We're gonna
back.
press forward.
Food rally.
Yeah, all good. Well, anything else with like Discords and shit before we move on to the next thing?
No, I think I've said my piece.
Okay, yeah. Discords super cool if you
Yeah.
do them right. If your Discord is just there for you to post that you're live, no one wants to be in that. All right, figure your life out.
Yep,
That's my streamer advice.
I concur.
Thanks. Yeah. Before I didn't make mine for a long time because I was in a few Discords like that, and that's what I thought the streamer Discord was. And I was like, I'm not going to make a streamer Discord.
Yeah.
That's for jerk faces.
Yeah. Well, okay. So actually going back to Discords, but
Yeah, let's do it.
whenever you're creating different things, if you want to become a Twitch streamer in situations like that, I've had a couple friends. I guess we're going into like tips and tricks, but
Yeah, I'm down.
I've had a couple friends and a lot of other people in my Discord start streaming because of me, which is a really flattering. And I don't know I think you've had it happen before, but it's so flattering when people are like, I started streaming because of you. And it's like, thank you so much. It's like, that really means a lot. It's like, cause you're making an impact on them. And so I have a couple friends who've done it and they're like, So how do you keep like everybody up to date when you're streaming and stuff? I'm like, Discord. You want to make it a fun place and different things like that. And you've got to do your research. I can't tell you how you're going to create your community. Your community is based off your Twitch stream, your Discord, your Twitter, your Instagram, Facebook, anywhere you throw your content out, that is your community. It's not just Discord. And you have to do that research. I checked out Sweet Tales. I've checked out, I checked out you when we first, yeah, exactly. I checked out y'all when you guys were, y'all.
Y'all. Listen here, y'all.
I checked out y'all. I checked out you guys when you were. I literally checked out anybody who I became friends with on TikTok and Twitch and everything like that. I'm like, I want to know who you are. I want to know what your Twitch is about, things like that. So I got a taste of everybody else's area, and that's what formed mine.
Let's reword that. I
checked out everybody else's Discord, and then I made mine that get your head out of the gutter.
I can't help it. It's who I am.
I was sitting there like, what do you mean? But yeah, you gotta figure out what you wanted for it, and that's what I wanted. Some people are like, don't self-promote, don't do that. I'm like, well, why not? How are you? Oh, where else are you supposed to grow? Like, what is it about? And that's what I was like. Some people don't like that. I like people self-promoting because I want to see what you're doing, what you're up to, you know?
Yeah, but it can't be like your only thing. You know what I mean? Or if you're not, like, if you're someone that's active and you self-promote, hell yeah. If you're someone I have no idea and you just pop in to go, ha ha ha, this game is cool. I am also streaming this game and then they drop a link, you're like, get the fuck out of here.
If it's in your Twitch, no, I don't like that kind of self-promoting stuff. It's like, dude, seriously, just go to like Discord. 9 times out of 10, if you check somebody's Discord, they have a self-promotion area, and a majority of the time, that person's going to check it out. The person who's running the self-promote, which normally I do. I'll like pop it up on my computer, whatever. I'll be working, but I'll have you there tabbed. I'll pop in once in a while saying, hey, what's going on? Did you get that dub? What'd you get here? I'll like ask questions, because that's how you help people grow. And that's what I love to see. And I'm like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I got you.
But going back to earlier, we were talking about, when someone's like, hey, like you got me started streaming, and like, that's like, that was a sentence that kind of got plowed through there, but you're right. That's such a big thing. Like that there's been a couple messages I got like 4 years ago, right? That like someone just happened to say about, something dealing with my stream that like really, helped them with something or other. And like, that shit's on my phone. It's practically my wallpaper. Like, I will be 85-year-old and still be looking at that message going, oh my God, I did something, like that shit sticks with you. Like if you're out there, and I do this too, like once I realized like how much that meant to me, like if there's someone out there that did that for me, or anytime like someone really touched me in some way, I'll reach out. Get your head out of the gutter. You would never see me stoop to that level. Okay. I'm ELMMERFUDD fucking games. Do you understand me? The gutter is not where I reside.
Do I have to say their name?
Better than this. Okay.
David.
I am better than this. How dare you? How dare you?
Double chin action. I was like,
But yeah, and I'll make it a point to reach out and be like, hey, like this really helped me, or you're the reason I'm doing this, or this inspired me to do this bit of content or whatever. Cause like that is so important, and that sticks to you forever.
Yep. 100%. Exactly. We love it. We love it.
We do love
it.
Glad to be here. I'm ELMMERFUDD. We just talked about that.
We're ELMMERFUDD, guys. We're ELMMERFUDD.
Listen, don't be imposing yours. No. Holy shit, this is awesome. I'm pulling a U, and I had something to move on to, and my brain stopped.
Literally me every time.
Yeah.
Ask away.
We don't have to get super deep into this, but because I know mostly on your channel is battle royales, right? Mm-hmm. What about that genre like really pulled you in and made you like, this is all I'm going to do? I know you started in Call of Duty period, so like the first person shooter thing, was a deal. Which, by the way, when you said your first shooter was Modern Warfare 2, it made me feel really old because mine was Wolfenstein 3D, and big gap in time there. But
Oh God.
yeah, but so yeah, so you started with Call of Duty, which makes sense. But yeah, the battle royale genre as a thing, like, how did you get into that, and how did that become what you do?
Yeah. Mainly it was just because I did start out playing Call of Duty, but I think it was playing Fortnite for the first time when it came out a couple years ago.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this is fun. I think it's just like that, that feeling of wanting to get a dub, you know, is like wanting to be the best of the best. And it's just, that's what brings you in the entire time. It's just, I love playing the game because I know it very well. And I love challenges, and I love, opening myself up to different opportunities, and change. That's what I was looking for. Not opportunities, was change. But for some reason I still can't, but once in a while I can. Recently I have been going to Apex, and I really love Apex now. I like want to keep playing it all day, every day.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I have an exciting announcement I have to make if I can after this.
Absolutely, you can.
Anyway, no, so after playing that, I just went, I can't stop playing this game. It was so much fun. I think the last time it was so much fun for me to play before it went haywire was the Halloween special with the zombies. That's when I went, this is so much fun. And then it just was like, oh, let's do all these different things. And it wasn't fun anymore because it was Call of Duty. And it's still playing it. It's an addiction. I need to go to an AA meeting. It's a whole thing, you know?
It is. Well,
thing.
it's like, so it's funny, when Apex first launched, that was my first BR I ever played. It was like, there wasn't a lot of games coming out. It was free for one, you know, and so me and a couple of my friends were like, it's free. Let's download it. Let's try it, you know. And our third game, we got a dub. And like, that's when that hits, you're well aware of this. When you get your first hit, right?
Oh, it's so nice.
But that first one's free, and you're like, what is it? Fuck, I need more of this.
What is this feeling?
Yeah. Oh my God, inside your bones. It goes electric wavy, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Goes electric, baby, when you turn me on. Got that.
I didn't realize it was a song. It's crazy. Weird.
Yeah. I also just saw Clear Knight's message, and I feel bad. Every time somebody says, I feel old after they tell me their name or like their age, I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Clear Night, it's just part of our life. As we age, young people stay young. And it hurts. Yeah. Although it is fun. I will real quick. We're going to go on a side tangent here though. So I have a friend at work. We're the same age, and we're the young guys at work. Everyone's at the post office is like ready to retire. Everyone's 800 years old, right? So, you know, we like to go around and ask how long everyone's been working there, you know. And so our favorite thing is we'll look them in the face and go, man, you have been miserable longer than I've even been alive. And watching their face just contort to murderous rage gives me life.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, hold on to that one. It's a special thing.
Since you said that, and I don't want to make you guys feel old when I say this, but my job that I'm in right now, I am the youngest person to ever be hired with Wix.
Oh, that's not crazy. Yeah, it's a tech job. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was quite an accomplishment in my head. They were like, how old are you? And I told them my age. They were like, you're what? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm 30. What? I was like, I don't know what the right answer is here.
I'm 50.
What?
Yeah. I'm
Literally,
dead.
I didn't know what else to say. Yeah. I'm a ghost. Ooh.
Yeah. I've got Benjamin Button disease. I've actually lived a full and happy life.
Literally. Oh my gosh. But
Holy shit. Yeah, I forgot where I was going before that.
What was,
the young thing. Oh yeah, no. So I was talking about BRs, get your first fix and everything, right? Yeah. But yeah, no, that's absolutely true. Like we got that first win, and it's that. Because we were talking about it being a drug, but it's that thing where you like. There was a while there, Ferg or Booty Sweat, who was in chat. I don't know if he's still here, but he was there earlier. But he was to a point there for like a month and a half straight. He's like, guys, I can't go to bed until I get a dub. Like, I cannot physically turn everything off, go lay down and sleep Oh my God, that looks amazing.
Sorry, my brother just came in. I had asked him earlier for an Angry Orchard. He comes with the full plate for food.
So is that Arby's?
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it is Arby's.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
He says he's jealous.
They've got the meats.
Can you say hi?
Hi, friends.
Hi. There, he's now forever on a podcast. I'm editing that shit out.
I'd asked him earlier for it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to get one." And then he was like, "Here's some food," and I was like, "Thank you."
I appreciate that. Yeah, God, Arby's. I'm gonna have Arby's tomorrow. But yeah, no. So he was to a point where he's like, I cannot physically go to sleep until I get a win, and he'd be up till like 4 a.m. and we get a message like, "As I did it, I can go to bed," and just post pictures of him just like dead tired. But yeah, it's absolutely an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so good, and it almost feels like, again, lying about my skill level, I absolutely make sure I lose for days on end, weeks even, just so that because I know when I reach that win weeks later for the first time, it feels that much better.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's why I really hate the fact I have short-term memory loss. Literally, I'll try to say something and it's like a fuzz that goes over my head, and then it's just everything in my mind goes away. And I'm like, what?
Do you know what the best part of that was, though? Is when you started your thought, there was an inflection in your voice that made me suddenly go, oh, this is going to be really deep and good and possibly life-changing. And it's gone now.
Yeah. Welcome to Short-Term Memory Loss, everybody. I am Dory. I literally, every time, it's a fuzz and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm like, what were we talking about? Where am I? What? I'm like, what's happening?
We were talking about salami. Yeah.
Salami, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes if somebody says like the right word, that it'll like trigger my short-term memory loss to reverse what just happened. And I'll be like, oh, that's right. This is what I was talking about.
Drug addiction, purposely losing for weeks on end so that it feels better when you win. Any of that helping?
No.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about
it. The purposely losing was almost there, and then I lost it again. So it just depends.
Damn it.
Almost there. Yep.
That's all right. But yeah, no, seriously, like I 100% hear you. It's addicting. It's a great game mode. And it's, especially with friends, you're all going through the same thing at the same time. It's fun because like doing a raid or something in like Destiny or any other MMO or something is kind of that same thing where you're working towards a goal, you know, as a group. And when you reach that, the clear thing comes up like, yes, that's amazing. But you can do it in like a competitive way in 15, 20 minutes, you know? And it's not like, because like winning a regular game of multiplayer is like, all right, cool, we did it, you know? But like the BR, because, you know, like a regular game, you die, you respawn, you go back in. You die, you respawn, you go back in.
Yep.
If you win, you're like, sweet, we just happen to die a little less. But the BR mode, you know how it works. Like, it's just, if you win, that's because you were better than everyone else that was in that lobby.
Or you're me and it's hiding half the time. And then everybody else, I come out and I'm like, hello.
Yeah. Or the people that were better than you got unlucky before you won. Yeah, that's also a thing. But, and that's, you know, and that's something I really enjoyed with Warzone is how it listed everyone in the lobby's name. So you can sit there and just read it off and go, I'm better. I'm better. I'm better. That's what I did every game. Every I would look up their ID, find their Twitter handle, and DM them. I'm better than you, day in, day out. And that's why I had to stop winning. It was exhausting.
Yeah, it gets tiring after times. And you have to now, like what I've created Squirrely Squad about is how amazingly awful I am at the game, even though I'm really good at the game, but nobody knows.
I do. I know. And I tell you all the time, and no one listens to me.
Yeah, exactly.
No one listens to me. I have a podcast. No one listens to me. Isn't that the whole point of it? Fuck.
Yes?
Shit.
Was that a rhetorical question?
I think so. I'm just having a self-inflection moment, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. So you just happen to be here. It's not a big. No, you can hang around for
it's not happy. I'm glad to be here.
It's my descent into madness. You can listen to it. It's fine. Here we go. No.
Oh, all right. Gosh.
So how you started gaming? Will you? Oh! I know what I remembered. Something I actually had in my notes on my hand.
Ooh.
Just kidding. There's nothing on my hand. Got you.
What about the other hand?
So
Yeah, you went way first.
Well, there's the camera for stream over here, and there's the camera I'm looking at you over here. So I gotta hit both. I feel like Beyonce doing the single ladies dance over here. Oh, just going back and forth.
I don't think that's how it is. I think it's up. Wait.
Doesn't she go like right, left,
Oh
and
no,
then
she
up,
does
down?
this. She's like, wait.
Da, da, da,
Oh, I guess she does. She kind of does that thing.
Because because they're doing the like.
She's like
they
the
do the leg
jab
kick thing,
down
yeah.
forward.
And
Yeah.
like, and then they do the yeah.
We gotta choreograph our own dance so we can show Beyonce how it works.
Yeah. I got you.
Exactly it.
Anyway, Beyonce, nothing written on my hands. Yeah. No, so got into Xbox, right? Got the PS4. What brought you over to PC gaming, which I know is another thing that happened in the last year, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What brought that up?
Actually. Clay. Clay was the one who said, I'm superior because I have a PC. And I went, no, you're not. Fuck you. And then I went to PC because I was getting really sick and tired of losing all the time. Because I was just like, I could not, the controls for me on the controller, I just couldn't do it. It's just because, and now I'm going to have to.
Yeah. So controls are weird for you, right? I'm glad I knew this was coming up, and this is my evil ploy to get here.
So please, everybody, don't hate me for this.
Just glad to be here. Just curious, right? You say, the button set up on a controller. It didn't register for you. It was weird. Could you explain to us what some of your control schemes are on the personal computer? Like say WASD for the rest of us.
So no, I don't play WASD. I play WQES. Nobody understands it. Literally, as soon as I started playing it and I was playing WASD, Clay's like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know. This is a weird movement. So then I changed it. I was like, can I change the controls? He's like, yeah. So I changed it and he goes, what the fuck are you doing? It was like literally his words. And then Jacob comes in and goes, what is happening? He goes, I'm really uncomfortable. He's like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, you're playing well. What are you doing? They were so confused and yet shocked that I was able to play at WQES. And that's how I always play it. And like my controls are all weird for each game. Some games I have to force myself to learn WASD, such as like Grounded. I have to play it with WASD and it's still difficult for me. And you can tell that I can't pick it up as quickly as WQES. And I don't know why. It's just because my body doesn't think of it that fast. It's because, as my mom says, you're just so special. You learn differently from everybody. And it's like, no.
Actually, I have a question. Now that I'm actually putting my hand on the keyboard like that, and depending on your answer, this is either going to blow my mind or I'm just going to continue to laugh at you. Do you play piano?
No.
No?
I play guitar.
No, never mind. What the hell is that?
No, guitar and piano are the exact same thing. If you like literally, no, listen, they are. I can like, if you go from a G to a G on the piano, it's as simple as that. Same thing. No, then that's the bear claw from Phoebe. No, see, you gotta, it's like you're flipping people off. It's like that.
I'm trying to.
Now, see, it looks like you're juggling.
Well, like how you arch your fingers for the piano. I'm sorry, we're not with you on that one.
It's I don't get it either. I don't know why. I know I'm weird. I can't.
Honestly, it's fun. It's for content. But at the end of the day, I know people that play with like legitly. I know someone that does like RSFD. Like that's a legit thing they do because just how their hands are angled. Like
now that's weird.
Yeah, no, it's very weird. But it's fun. Ha ha ha. Laugh at the weirdo.
But see, Gunbait says it's the same for every instrument. They're not wrong. It literally is.
Yeah, that doesn't come over onto playing a first person shooter.
Yeah, it is. Oh my, it's the same thing. You got to think of it that. Whoa. Wait a minute. It is the same thing. You think of piano, you've got keys. You have keys, you've got a keyboard. Same thing. Just different. I'm superior. No. I'm smarter. As Clay would say, I'm superior.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a G note and looking at my keyboard and putting my fingers WQE.
You know what? No,
Not-
dude, no. Do WA. So do your middle finger on W.
Yep,
A
middle finger on W.
As your ring finger's A.
Yeah.
Your index as E, and then your pinky on Shift. That's how I lay it. That is how you play a G on a guitar. I don't have my guitars with me, or else I would have shown you. Because
For
it's at the old
gaming,
house.
though, that's like I'm doing that right. That feels awful.
I still got to get a new keyboard because I broke mine.
Yeah, because you play like a psychotic freak. No,
No, it's because I need to have like a sippy cup or something whenever I'm drinking because I yeet stuff on it. You know?
While you're getting a sippy cup, they have those snack bowls that never spill. They like,
Yeah,
you know, the
that's
little.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I can grab it for you if you guys want me to show you. I have a wine cup that's in a cup that if I spill it, nothing comes out of it, but it looks like a wine glass.
Let's get
And
you.
it's the best.
We need to get you another like microphone arm, but it just holds your drink, so you never have to actually.
So
we'll
then
get
I just go sip it.
like a hamster feeder.
That'll sure bring people in for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
What the fuck is this girl doing?
What is she doing? Hydrate, no problem. Yeah.
Well, I'm a squirrel for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. Speaking of squirrels and like hamsters and all that stuff. So this is where squirrelness comes into. I think of different things. Train of thought going
bring
everywhere.
it. Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, God.
Feeders. Oh no! So you know the TikToks about like how people find like rodents, like a squirrel that's fallen out of a tree and they nurse it back to health.
Yeah.
I really want that to happen to me because if I found a squirrel that way, I would nurse it back to health. I'd be like, "You're gonna be my friend. I'm gonna love you."
I thought you wanted to fall out of the tree and have someone nurse you back to health. I was totally thought
I
a
would be the
different
new
thing.
Disney princess then.
That's true.
Yep. Instead of Rapunzel, it's Squirpunzel.
Rapunzel. Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
Trademarked.
Literally.
Don't even try. Don't even try.
Yep. Exactly. So just saying.
Huh.
I did have flying squirrels for a little bit. Yeah.
Did you really? Like,
Yeah, no, literally, I had the flying squirrels, the sugar gliders, and then I had to sadly get rid of them, and not get rid of them, but like that sounds really bad. I had to
get rid of them. Yeah. Huh?
get them to a new home because I at one point
They're
with
swimming
work,
with the fishes.
No, because my office, we have a place in Ireland that just opened, and excuse me, I really want to move there because I'm Irish. My full name, middle name, first name, last name, everything is Irish.
Oh, I thought you were about to
And
throw it out there. I was like, no.
No. So like, I really want to go because that's just, I've always wanted to go there. And since they have a place there, they're like, well, you got to get into a position in order for us to take you out there. So I've got to like work my way up. So I said, this is going to be a thing. I can't take them with me because they're not legal in Ireland.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Sorry.
sadly had to get rid of them.
Chat distracted me hardcore right there.
What happened?
I'm actually wearing the squirrels now. Got a little Cruella de Vil thing going on here.
Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil.
Bump.
I ate a fry.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. That song brought to you by Arby's. # not sponsored.
I'm sorry. I was a little bit hungry there. I saw it and I was like, ooh, tasty.
Hell yeah. All right. Should we move forward here, Squirrely?
Yes.
So this is normally where I'd click the emails button, but we do have no emails. No emails are there, folks. So please, questions.
The what?
So I have a soundboard with like, breaking points in between segments. And so like I would push that button and then the sound would come through. Okay.
So like a voicemail, so like somebody speaking over the phone, like you can answer a phone. They're like, caller number 9. What do you have to say? You know that?
Well, no, because I know you work, with tech stuff. But I'm curious if you understand how emails work.
I thought you said like emotes, and I was like, what do you mean by emotes? They're just little figures.
Yeah.
Is what I thought in my head. So I was confused. That's why I was asking you. I didn't want to embarrass you.
Yeah. You played yourself.
I swear to God, I was like, I heard you say it, and I was like, the what? I was like so confused. I was like, what are you talking about? No, I want questions. Ask me
Maybe it's
questions,
me.
damn it.
Maybe it's, yeah, send us some emails, folks. God.
Yeah.
JustSomeGuardians@gmail.com. So then we will move over here to story time.
Story time!
How was that?
That was my son saying story time.
Oh, I thought you said it, and I was like, how did you say that without moving your mouth? Is literally what came into my head.
So as I mentioned earlier, there's a soundboard with pre-recorded.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be a very interesting podcast.
Yeah. I'm loving every second of this. I'm being honest with you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Story Time. Part of our show that's been around almost longer than the podcast has been around, where we get together, we all tell a story in gaming, something we've experienced. We're all gamers. We love talking about our exploits or funny moments or really dumb moments, and plenty of those have all come around on this show. Now, I mentioned to you pre-show that this was going to be a segment, so I wouldn't drop this into your lap, and you were very excited and said you had a story ready to go. So I would love to hear your story for story time.
So now this is where we get confused, because I didn't know it was a story about a game situation. I thought it was about a story in general.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to. You were really excited.
No, I was, because not a lot of people know this about me, and I just recently started telling a lot of people about it. And because I would get nervous, people would judge me for it. So I'm just going to say it real quick. You guys ready?
Yeah, go for it.
It's heard of you've heard of ghosts and everything. I don't know if people believe in that kind of area, right?
Ghosts, a lot of people do. There's a lot of shows about it. Yeah. Yeah,
Ghost Adventures, great times. Yeah. So you've heard of mediums and sensitives. I don't know if you guys heard of sensitives before.
I'm a double X.
What?
Double XL, mediums, double.
You're funny. You're so funny.
God damn it. I don't know who I am. Continue.
Oh God. So I'm a sensitive is what they normally call it. So I can sometimes see like figures, stuff like that. I can sometimes, it's kind of a funny story, but sorry.
I'm ready. Let's go.
And so like sometimes see him, I sometimes hear him and feel what's happening. So I've got plenty of stories that I can explain, but this is a funny moment that's happened before where this is where my mom thought she needed to take me in for psychiatric help, which was kind of bad. Like she was really scared. I was about 12 years old, and it was just a couple days before Christmas, and my grandparents had this room right underneath their house. So they called it an apartment underneath it. And that's where my Nana, my great grandma, used to live. Okay. And so I would go down there. All the kids were scared of it except for me. I was like, I just want to hang out there. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool place. And so as I'm in there, I'm talking to the wall. And my mom walks downstairs and she's like, who are you talking to there, Morgan? I was like, I'm talking to, and then I remember this clear as day. And my Nana told me, just say you're talking to nobody. I said, I'm talking to nobody. And my grandma was a trickster. My great grandma was a trickster. She was just like, loved to mess with people. That's just who she was. And so my mom was like, Darren, calling my dad going, we gotta go. Yeah. And then so a couple of days later, this is where it gets like really interesting. A couple of days later, I was like, Nana says hi. And I'm in the car and I'm just like messing with like a little fidget thing. And I'm literally sitting here just looking at it. My mom goes, what? Because she's never spoken to me about Nana before. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, Nana says hi. And the only grandparents I had obviously are my mom and my dad's, who were Dee Dee and Papa on my mom's side and Nanny and Granddad on my dad's side. And my mom's like, she couldn't have mistaken anybody for Nana, except for like Nanny, but I'd call her Nanny. And I was like, Nana says hi. She's like, what? And I was like, yeah. She tells me that she remembers, I can't remember the year specifically, but she told me to tell her about a year where they went out and they were doing something. I can't remember these specific parts. And my mom brakes, like stops in the middle of the road, pulls over and turns around. She goes, "That's not funny." And she's like laughing, but also like, 'cause she's scared.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I never told you anything." And I was like sitting there and I like looked over at my brother. My brother's sitting there like, what are you, stop
Yeah.
it. What are you doing?
Start
Like,
lying.
he's scared.
Lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lie. Get it over with. We want to go.
Yeah.
So I tell her about all these different things and she goes, "That's not true." So my mom brings out a picture book. I've never seen a picture of my grandma before or my great grandmother before or anybody in that's been past people I can actually see.
Yeah.
And she pulls up, she says, "Who's Nana?" Out of 15 pictures, I went right to Nana when she was in her 20s.
Mhm.
And my mom was like, "Oh no." She was like,
Oh no.
She got scared. Yeah, she literally
Yeah.
said, "Oh no," because she believes in that stuff, but she gets so freaked out by it, which is fine.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the funniest thing. And I love telling people that story because people don't believe it. And it's like, it was real. I was there. It happened to me. Like, it's cool to see. So I just like sharing that story. Yeah.
That was really nice. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome. No, legit. Yeah. No, actually Lisa would have, she'd get like feelings about like scenarios and stuff.
Mhm.
So like I like the biggest one, just along that same vein. I believe you. I'm with you 100%. But so her brother was going to go to this party one night. And she had this horrible nightmare about what would happen if he went to this party. And she's like, "Don't go." And she'd done this enough times that like where people were like, "I think something might be here." She's like, "Okay, I'm not going to go." And someone like legitly like drove through the front of the house in their car. Like someone else was drunk and like wham, crashed in. And and everyone's like, "Yep, all right, whatever you say."
Yeah, literally.
And so then she started being like, "If you don't give me extra snacks, you're all going to die. I see it in the future, you know?"
Yeah, it's literally that's funny because sometimes it happens to me. I'm like, things will come up in my mind or like I'll feel it and I'm like, I'm not even going to put a second thought on this. No, we're not doing that. And then something else happens afterwards. So like I don't know if you guys heard about it, but there was sadly there was a shooting down in Old Town Arvada here in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends and I were going to make our drive all the way up there to go have fun. And I was like, something doesn't feel right. I was like, "No, let's not do that. Let's go down to Denver." And they're like, "Why? Let's go to like Old Town, let's have fun." I was like, "No, let's not do that." Literally an hour later, it all went down and it was a whole thing. And they were like, "Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm kind of with you.
Yeah. I'm like, "Really? Now you are?" Like, now you guys listen to me? It's a whole thing. But
Oh, yeah.
I love telling those stories.
I love
Sorry if you
that.
guys don't like this stuff. It's so cool for me
No, I
to like
love that
explain
stuff.
people that stuff. Because not a lot of people believe it. My mom still does not believe it to this day. She still sometimes, because she's a skeptic, but she does believe it. But she doesn't want to believe it because it freaks her out.
It's terrifying. Oh,
And
no, I totally understand that.
It is. But I love telling those people's stories because they're all so intrigued by it. So Jesse and Sorrel and Travis are all coming down in October. So we're going to go to Hotel Colorado. And that's one of the most haunted places in Colorado.
It's so
and we're
cool.
going to go there. And I haven't looked up anything at all about it. And I'm just going to go there and tell them exactly what I've felt and what I've seen and like kind of can see what else is happening.
Yeah.
And go from there. So it's fun.
Yeah. Some ghost comes to me. He's like,
Spooky.
"Listen here.
Yeah. Listen here.
I'm going to give you an offer. You cannot refuse." Yeah.
Yep.
No, I just get the stupid, like where I'll have a dream about like just the dumbest moment in life 6 months in the future. And I forget I had that dream until the moment is happening. And I'm like,
Yep.
I dreamed about, and it's never helpful because it's always like someone will walk in the door that I've never seen in my life, but I knew they were going to walk in because of that dream. And I'll like look at the door and I'll be like, "Now." And like someone walks through I've never seen, and I'm like, like that doesn't help me ever in my life, but it happens all the time. It's the dumbest thing. Like I know there'll be a squirrel here, or someone's going to walk by, or someone's going to say half a sentence, you know? And I'm like, "Oh, I know that sentence, but like, it's not helpful."
Yeah.
So yeah, my wife's out here saving lives, and I'm like knowing someone's going to open a door in 6 months. It's
But
not
I
fair.
love the fact Yeah, I love the fact that she's able to do that too, because not a lot of people feel that. Jeff is the exact same way. He has that stuff too. He was the first person I was able to tell because it happened to both of us at the same time when we went, like,
the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other.
And that is what started our friendship. We're like, yep, it's a great thing all the time. We love it.
Well, listen, just glad to be here. You had an announcement you wanted to make.
Yes.
Okay. I was so terrified. I was like, you were excited. Please don't forget this one.
Yeah. So I was just asked recently because I just started Apex, right?
Uh-huh.
I was just asked by, I'm not going to say who it is yet because I got to try out, but I was asked to try out for an esports team for Apex Legends.
Hey, you've been playing the game for a week.
Yeah. They saw one of the videos and I was like, I'm great at the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that'll be great. I'm just glad to try out. So I'm like, I don't care if I get it or not. I'm just glad to try out. I love it.
That's so awesome. Oh my God. Well, congratulations first and foremost.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, even if like, what's cool is there's a lot of big esports teams, right? Where like, if you try out and they like you and you're awful at a game, I'm not saying you are.
Thank you.
But they will then go, hey, we have a stream team. Would you like to be a part of that? You know what I mean?
And I'll be like, yeah, thank you for putting it lightly.
Yeah. But like, there's still opportunities, you know?
Yeah, it's like it just is flattering that somebody was like, "Hey, we checked it out. Like, let's get you on in. You know, like let's check it out." Because it's for a ladies' team, so I was like, "Okay." I get along well with guys, and I do girls sometimes, just because the jokes that I make, girls are like, "That's offensive," and I'm like,
I can't believe you said that.
I sit there, I'm like, "I'm so sorry," and it's like I didn't realize it was, so I was like, sit there and be like, "Why was it?" And it just confuses me sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't really make friends with girls. I have like 2 friends. No, I take it back. 3 friends that are girls, and that's it. And other than that, I can't make friends.
If it helps, if they're trying out for an esports team, most of the time they probably have your sense of humor, so you're set.
Yep, I hope so. I really do hope so.
Yeah. Well, I hope that works out. That's super awesome. Please keep us updated.
Thank you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, past that, it's been amazing to have you on the show tonight. Yeah. It was a shit ton of fun, and I don't know about anyone else from your community that popped in, but I learned a lot about you tonight, which was awesome. Because like usually when you're chatting with someone, it's while you're gaming, and there's not a lot of like one-on-one, like, hey, tell me about this going on, or like, how did you get into video games? And you're sitting there shooting people in the face, you know, to the left. Oh my God, there's all here, you know.
Yeah, and then you forget the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like podcasting is one of my favorite things for this exact reason, is like I can get someone on the show that I've gamed with for like 5 years and learn everything about them. That's like basic information that I was like, yep, had no idea about that, you know?
Yeah.
It's great to just have that
in like an hour or 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To have that, we're just sitting down to talk about each other for an hour and a half and nothing else is happening. This is the structure and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah. You were all nervous and you kicked ass. You kicked ass. Talking. Well, in the future, this is the moment that a lot of people get weirded out by on a podcast. This is your chance to plug everything you do and everywhere you are. It's time. Self-promote the hell out of yourself.
Well, hi. I'm just glad to be here. I stream on Twitch. I forgot words. Words are great. I post content and clips on YouTube. It's literally the same thing. Just glad to be here on TikTok as well. Twitter is just a little bit different. It's just glad, the number 2, the letter B, the letter 3, number 3.
I can count to potato.
Just glad, the number 2, the letter B, the number, I almost said a letter again. 3 here is on Twitter. I try to post as much as I can. I'm trying to get sponsored by Angry Orchard, which they liked one of my posts, might I say.
That was very exciting. I really hope that happens for you.
I was like screaming. It was like early in the morning when I saw it, and I was like,
it's happening. It's happening.
Whole thing. We loved it.
That's awesome. Well, you can catch all that stuff she said, and every Thursday night, actually. I've mentioned this before. Every Thursday night, me and Squirrely get together, and it's Dream Team Thursday. And another past guest we've recently had, Mr. LP Deathray, has been joining us the last few times. I think that is the theme. That is the dream theme, and that's what's going to be moving forward. So come by all those channels that everyone's been plugging Thursday nights. We'd love to see you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us for episode 107 of Just Some Gardens. When we do the show, we are live. It's twitch.tv/JustSomeGardens, Friday nights starting at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. You can email us, like I mentioned earlier, justsomegardens@gmail.com. But really, the easiest thing you should do for yourself is just go to the website, justsomeguardians.com. Embedded in there is our Twitch. Yes. Embedded in there is our audio feed. Embedded in there is our YouTube. And of course, a little about us slot. We have a blog area that we're really trying to promote. If there's something out there, a game you want to review, you're looking at trying to get into something like that, or, some sort of piece about, something you're really passionate about, hit us up, email us what you want to talk about, what you want to write about, or if you wrote something, if you wrote something.
Write is good.
We want to fill that spot up with your guys' words. So yeah, just go there. Easiest place to do. As for myself, I'm ELMMERFUDD. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those places at ELMMERFUDD Games. MMD.
I thought you were singing there for a second. And they're like,
yeah. You got to sing your own theme song sometimes. That's
the way what my theme song would be.
It would be... Yeah, there's a lot of options.
I've got a lovely
day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, join us next week for mutual chaos and utter incompetency. Peanut butter baby is spoken.
One of our sponsors.
Yes. Aren't they like 7 now or something?
I don't really know. I'm just
I
just remember it.
I was thinking about, so last time we watched what is it? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Yes. Have you seen that movie? Yeah. Yep. So the baby guy who's like just leans onto that his whole life.
Oops.
Yeah. I'm waiting in like 15 years. There's just this 21-year-old kid just covered in peanut butter. And looks at the camera. Remember me?
Literally, what's gonna happen in this day and age? There's nothing I would be surprised about. I'd look at it and be like,
nope.
Yep, that makes sense.
This is my moment of fame. Hey guys. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I'm back.
It's already happened.